Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to a new edition of
Yeah,
Sports
man.
Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Cota, and I'd like to thank my main man,
Come on.
KJ, all right? Class
So,
of 99 to 2002, Clemson
mhm.
cornerback. And today's special guest
Yeah, man.
comes all the way from
I'm
California.
California, baby.
Went
Yes,
to
sir.
Mendonis JUCO, and then he
Mm-hmm.
transferred to Simpson University, and now he's at Nelson University, which is
Yeah,
out
man.
in Texas.
In Texas. That's
This
right.
guy right here plays running back, fullback, and tight end.
Hey, man.
Y'all help
Bad
me.
man.
Y'all help me give it up for
Come
my
on
man
with it.
Paris Celestine Jr. What's going on,
Hey, man.
Paris?
What's up? What's
What's up
up,
with it,
man?
man? Appreciate that.
Hey,
Appreciate that, man. I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed for the
sure, man.
opportunity to be here, and yeah, man, I'm ready to get to it. So
Sure,
I'm
man.
excited.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Well, we
Welcome
back
to
in.
the Sports Shop 27, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we back in action. Cage and I just came back from a good trip in Philly. So
Yeah.
for the people that don't know you, let them know where you're from, a little bit about your background.
Once again, I'm Paris Celestine Jr. I'm 27, just turned 27, May 22nd. I'm originally born in California, San Francisco to be exact. Grew up out there till about maybe 7. And then 2006, I was raised in North Carolina, Raleigh to be exact.
All right.
And so I did some growing up out there. Went to middle school, elementary, middle school, in like the first year of high school, freshman year, and then I did like maybe the first week out there sophomore year, and then my mom, she wanted to be back closer to family, so we moved back in 2013 to California, Oakley to be exact, Oakley, California, and
Okay.
that's actually where I met DeAndre too, in Oakley, California.
All right. All right.
So
What's up, DeAndre? What's up, man?
Shout out to
so
DeAndre.
All
yeah,
right, man. Hey,
that's just a little bit about me. I didn't really play sports growing up. I mean, I played basketball, so that was my first sport that I really ever really played was basketball because my older brother, he played basketball. He played basketball and football, but basketball was just something that we did more often than playing football.
Yeah.
So I never really played organized other than like it was like a church league growing up called Madhouse. It was called like Make a Difference League, and that's what MAD stand for. So it was like a more like a 12 through 18-year-old type thing. It was mixed boys, girls, all ages and stuff like that. So I never really played high school, middle school ball other than like church organization and stuff. And so when I moved to California, I didn't have the best grades when I transferred in. So I didn't have the grades to even play football at all going into high school. And so it wasn't until my senior year. I came as a sophomore, but it wasn't until my senior year that I had good grades and I was able to make the team. And so I made the team, and I be, I tried to let's see. I was trying to be on offense at that time, but sometimes when you just coming in, you don't really know much, and then the coach just tell you like, hey, well we're gonna put you right here. So I started off at middle linebacker, and then as the season came up to like arrival, they put me at D tackle, and so I was just a big body, and that's when I first ever played D tackle ever. Played 2 games. After that, I got kicked off because of grades again. So I never really been like a school person. Um, it took me a while for it to like really click in, but so that's
Mhm.
really all the experience that I ever had growing up. It was just those 2 games playing nose and tackle.
Okay.
So after that, when I graduated in 2016, I went to Diablo Valley College. It was in Pleasant Hill, about 35 minutes away from the house.
Mhm.
LMC was the school back home where people didn't really want to go to. They called it, 13th grade. You wasn't really trying to see the people that you just graduated with. And plus, they weren't really known at that time for like, getting people out D1. Like it was like one in a million. People used to call it Lost My Chance. They used to LMC. It stands for Lost Madonna's College, but they used to call it Lost My Chance because people would go there, and then not to say that they couldn't get people out. It's just that opportunity was like real slight over there. So people
Okay.
would go 35 more minutes away from where we lived at to go to Diablo Valley College or San Francisco City College or something like that. So
Okay.
We
Hey,
gonna get in,
take
we gonna
take us
get
back.
into
Take
it.
us back to your childhood. Let's talk about your childhood. So what pro athlete that you looked up to? Back then.
when I was in North Carolina, I looked up to Cam Newton. Cam Newton's still one of my all-time favorite quarterbacks. Of course, we're watching him. I watched a lot of Christian McCaffrey as well too. So that early Panther group that was hidden when, especially when they was winning and doing numbers. So yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
those were my two one-two punch for real.
Okay.
Okay. So, did you have any relatives or friends that you knew that played football in your family, or like anybody close to you?
Just my brother. Just
Other
my brother played football. He played in high school, and that was really it. Like growing up, um, and that's who I really was like always wanted to do stuff with. And he was really he's not the biggest guy, but he'd be like 175, super fast, like he extremely fast, like only like 5'7", 5'8", jumping super high, dunking and stuff like that. So that was my first like, okay, like yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be able to be doing that. I mean, 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", being able to jump that high, and at that time he was super fast, like I said. So he was running like a 4.3 for real.
Okay.
word.
Hey, so in high school, I know you said you played multiple positions. Which one was your favorite one?
Well, in high
Out of
school,
all of
like
them?
I said, they put me at D tackle, so I didn't really have that option. But it was
Oh,
fun. Like that time, like it was fun. Like because I was a big body. I didn't really know much, but I just knew like, okay, this is what they wanted me to do, and that's what I would just do. Like, all right, cool. Um,
so that's the
when I
only
got to
that's the only position you played in high school was D tackle.
yep, yep, I never played a lick of offense ever. So
Wow, man. Okay.
when I went to DVC, I thought realistically, I'm like, well, I can't play D tackle because I'm not that size, like at the next level. So I'm like, okay, maybe I could play middle linebacker or something. And so I gray shirted and practiced at that. And it wasn't until 2018. Me and DeAndre had already met each other, but it wasn't until like 2018 I decided to actually like go full out for football, and I had to realistically, I'm like, well, what position could I play at my size? And like I could lose some weight. I'm a little bigger, but I could
Mhm.
lose that weight and become, a running back. So, and I've always wanted to play offense. So that's when I made that actual like initial move to playing running back, and I started training with DeAndre.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, talk about going to leaving North Carolina and going to Cali. Was that a culture shock for you? I know
Oh,
you.
most definitely. Most
you
definitely. It was a the weather change, the culture change. It was just different. Like I ain't the slang, like the words, how people react is,
Yeah.
fast paced.
Gang life.
So that dealing with that and just knowing how to speak around people and stuff like that, it was, you know, and it wasn't too bad to where I didn't know how to adjust because I'm a kid that we moved around a lot, had to go through a lot of different stuff. So I always had to adjust and adapt. So I'm thankful for that skill and asset that I have.
For
So
sure, man. Hey,
just one
so
of those people who can make friends and mix in.
okay,
okay.
okay, man, cool. So in high school, who was the competition in the area? So in
And
California.
I went to Freedom High School. At that time, we had Joe Mixon at running back. So that was the first time I met him there. I think it was like 2014.
Mhm.
So during that time, it was probably like Deer Valley High School. Of course, like De La Salle, they was in the area, but that
Okay.
was even even if we went to playoffs. So Deer Valley, I mean Antioch was cool. That's where Najee came from. So
Okay.
let's see who else. Yeah, that was really it. Those are the most Pittsburgh and
Yes.
Pittsburgh High School.
Okay.
So, what who was your favorite player in college? What college team did you follow? When you were in high school. I know you said Cam Newton was your
Yeah.
NFL player, but in college,
Uh,
what
you
was your
said
favorite team?
college. Let's see. I mean, for me, I liked watching Tavon Austin. Like, cause my brother put me on early to his highlights, so I always would watch like Tavon Austin, all the elite skill guys. Um, I like watching receivers, even the running backs. I would watch a lot of Derrick Henry and stuff like that. So, LaShawn McCoy highlights, stuff like that. That's a little. He was a little. He's a little bit before me, but that's what I watched like growing up, YouTube and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
Okay. Hey, how y'all doing the playoffs? How far do y'all go in high school?
in high school,
Hmm.
the year that I played and that I played the two games, they took it. I think we went first round playoffs and lost second round.
Second
Yeah,
round.
we lost like second round playoffs. Yeah,
All
and
right.
then after that they did pretty good though. The year after they went like undefeated.
So what class were your high school? 4A, 5A, and talk about the Friday night lights culture. Was it like more like the Texas feel where it's like big rivalry, big stadiums, a lot of
Mhm.
parents, a lot of community people involved, or was it like small town, small home type of feel?
Honestly, I feel like it was a small town, small field. Because now, like that, I'm recently out here in Texas. I see like it's only spring, but I see like the football culture and how big it is. Like I see it on social media and stuff like that. And I mean, I be thinking like, dang, what would it have been like to been in an environment like this where the stadium's huge, it's packed, and but it was more small. I mean, it was people would show up, of course, the community and everything. It was good. It was the Friday Night Lights was fun as a student and as a player. So
Sure,
Okay.
man.
yeah,
All right. So, yeah, yeah. So, did you make the All Star team or anything like that while you was in high school?
like I said, I wasn't a school person, so I wasn't locked in. So I always was like the class clown type of guy, quick to get a laugh out of people. So that was me back then. That's all I was worried about. So I
All
was,
right, then.
no real, like I had guidance, but not real guidance. I, grew up in a single parent home, mom, and that was it. So moms can only do so much until you get to that point, and you got to learn for your own.
Oh
So
yeah, for sure. So you
yeah.
played basketball in high school as well too, or
Only not
you,
on the team, but like we did, like I played like summer league, but I never played during the season.
okay? All right.
Yeah,
So you said your biggest hurdle in school was your grades. What else
yeah.
was some of your obstacles that you had to overcome in high school in order to play JUCO football?
Well, yeah. Just being consistent, having commitment, having that discipline. Like even coming out of high school, like I said, never been the grade person when it come to school. And I think the whole time when I was going through that process too, I kept telling myself, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. So the whole time I'm still programming my brain to think that I'm not good at this when I really ain't even tried. If we, being realistic, like I ain't applying myself. So that was like the biggest hurdle, like mentally getting out of that space and just having like finances. Like I've had jobs from here and there, but like at that time when I like left high school, I didn't have a car, so I was getting on the train. We call it the BART back home. It was
Mm-hmm.
BART, school, try to find a ride. You got the extracurriculars, school, football. You're not getting home back
Yeah.
until like, 7, 8. You got kids around. Like, it was a lot of
Time management.
different, having
Mm.
siblings, all that stuff too. Like needing to make money. So like living in California isn't cheap as well. Like, and I was the man of the house when I moved out there with my mom because my brother, he was 18 at the time when we moved from North Carolina. So he had that decision to stay in North Carolina, which he did. And so automatically I'm 15. Like I'm the biggest brother. I'm the only man in the house. So when I get out there, like, I got a lot of pressure on me. Like kids looking up to me. I gotta be the good example. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
mom need help with money. So, sometimes hey, we gotta sacrifice some stuff. So
For sure, man. Hey, what was it like playing JUCO ball in California?
it
Did you have
was
a good? Oh,
it was it was it was interesting, definitely. Don't have dorms like other states do. The southern states and the east, they got dorms and stuff like that. So it's just a different type of grind and hustle. Like you ain't gotta like everybody got a different situation. Like, you know, some people got a bed to lay their head in, but
Mm.
some people don't. Like you either stand in your car and I've seen stuff like that. But you know, you don't get the meal plans and stuff like that either too. So, you know, you gotta take in consideration all that stuff and still making practices and it was fun though. I got to play at LMC 2023. Um, and before that, I had practiced all year at running back. I had practiced all year at running back, and then the week before, I want to say we started doing our scrimmage 2023 season. Both of our tight ends quit, and so I was out of our running backs. I was our biggest running back, the only one that was like 235, and
Yeah.
so I was the next man automatically up, and the coach was like we need you, like we, you know, that's just how it goes. So, and that was my
Mm-hmm.
first time ever playing tight end for LMC 2023 season. Tight end, we did like a lot of wildcat, two back stuff, and so yeah,
Oh,
All
no.
right. Well, let's go ahead and get into some highlights with you at LMC.
yeah,
For everybody that's watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and also we have material on Spotify and Deezer as well. We have former Los Madonas and Simpson University running back, fullback, tight end, and now currently Nelson University player. Paris Celestine Jr. All right, he's from California. For everybody that's watching, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. Paris, stay with us. All right.
yes
For
sir.
everybody that's watching, we don't own the rights to this video or the content or the music in it. Okay. Yes, sir. We back.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this guy playing three positions in one game like a Swiss Army knife.
Yes.
Um, Talk about playing offense for the first time and doing it in JUCO. Your coach just pretty much ease you in, or did you have to try out for it? What was the scenario?
Uh, yeah. So, like I said, when I was at DVC, I wasn't playing. I was training with DeAndre, like with the footwork, hands, everything. So I was like really like non-existent to like the real football world on the offensive side. So, and DeAndre taught me like a lot of that stuff. But and it wasn't until I got to LMC where I was able to really try to play running back. Like I said, when I had to make that transition to playing tight end, I was sick. I'm not gonna lie, not in the like I was like, man, like I did all this, like I played scout team all last year, practice with the team. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, man, and I got to play tight end, like, and I ain't never even played tight end, and but I was looking at all the cons, um, and realistically, it gave me a starting position on the field. We didn't have any more tight ends. So I was the only tight end, and not, I had to look at that. I'm like, well, okay, well, this is the goal, because the goal is to play, get the play time, make plays, and get the stats. And so it was hard at first. I feel like if I had a little bit more time, I definitely would have been colder than what I could have been. Um, just because the amount of time that we had, it was a little bit and to learn everything. So it was an adjustment though, because days I would be working with O line. The next day I'll be working with receivers. We doing hand drills, stuff like that. And then the next day I'm working with the running backs. So I was everywhere. I was everywhere when it came to practicing on the field and stuff like that too. And then I played special teams too as well too. So it was definitely tiring, but it was definitely worth it at the end.
Right,
Um,
man.
it was our plays weren't too bad. Yeah, they weren't too bad. So I just had to like it was number association. So I had to just know the number and memorize it. So
All right.
struggled a little bit, and then I finally got caught on.
Cool, man. That's good that you was good at those all those positions, man. Pretty
Yeah,
hard. But so who was the competition player in JUCO ball?
we had a guy. Well, my first year when it was just scout team, so I really wasn't in competition with nobody, but just playing on scout. But that next following year, um, we had a guy named Dante. We had another guy. Who else was it? We had Zeke Barber. That's my guy. He played at De La as well, and he's also went to LMC. So he's a cool guy. He's really good, and he's also looking to get out there too, because he just finished at LMC actually just past season.
All right.
Um, but yeah, those was the only guys. I mean, like I said, I was the only bigger back though. Like I
Yeah.
was the only bigger back that was 200 and up. Everybody else
Yeah.
was 190 and under. So it just really
Wow.
just depended on what they really wanted to run. Because at that time, I'm tank size compared to them, and so they
Yeah.
were more like
Yeah.
speed, agility guys, and I'm more just downhill, that north and south.
Bruiser.
Yeah, man. For
Yeah,
sure,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah.
You remember Eddie Lacy that used to play for the
Yeah, yeah. I used to get that all the time at DVC. They used to call me Eddie Lacy. They'd be pushing it with the Derrick Henry, but because of the dreads. But they just do that because they got the dreads. But the closest
Yeah.
thing that people really would call me is like Eddie Lacy.
yeah.
I've gotten the Marion Barber before. Yeah, Marion
All right.
Barber and stuff like that. Beast mode. I didn't got that a couple of times, but yeah.
Yeah, man. It said talk about transferring to Simpson University. You know what
Yeah, so
how you start off? Did you
yeah,
get a
so
chance to
coming
play
out
right
of
away?
Los Madonnas, right? I mean, I really didn't have that much help when it came to the recruitment. At least that's how I felt. I didn't have a lot of help on the recruitment side, and so I did a lot of searching on my own. And so that
Mm.
was just Google and stuff. Google, Twitter. I'm looking
Yeah.
up top NAIs because at this time I didn't have enough credits. I didn't get my AA. But NAIA schools, they allow you to transfer in just with a certain, you got to just meet the requirements as far as like units and hours you put in.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so that was my option because I didn't get the AA in time. Or D2 would have been an option, or trying to go D1 or something like that.
Okay.
And so I'm looking up top NAIAs, what they offer, majors, what, stuff like that.
Hmm.
All the research, a student slash athlete should be doing. What area it's in, like what is there to do in these places and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
and
Doing your
Simpson
homework.
was the last NAIA school that I put on the list out of like 20 schools. And
Mm.
it was the last one because it was a new football program. They didn't have one existing before then.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay. And when I did all the emails, I'm emailing everybody. I sent over like 200 emails. I'm emailing offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator,
Yeah.
recruiter, dean, and
Hey, I'm here,
and I'm
man.
on,
I'm here.
and I'm responding back to whoever responds to me
Yeah,
because not
yeah.
everybody responds. Not everybody responds. So
Yep.
eventually, I got into contact with a few schools. I mean, Kansas Wesleyan, they wanted me. Um, it wasn't the right move for me though. I wanted to go to Texas off the bat, and it was going to be a school called North American University in Stafford, Texas, right underneath Houston. But they were just unprofessional on that side, and I couldn't do nothing. And I'm like, well, if y'all like this on the administrative side, I can only imagine with the football, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
stuff going on with. And turns out they just ended their program, so I wouldn't have been no good over there anyway. And
Uh,
so um, when all that happened, I got into contact with one of the coaches, the offensive line coach at the time, Coach Grimshaw. He was a pastor too as well. Simpson is a Christian university, and so got into contact with him. We just chopped it up. We got to know each other. Told him like, I'm trying to play running back. Like this is my film. They liked it, and so when it came down to decision making, it was who was going to really actually let me play running back because that's what I wanted to pursue. And
Yeah.
so Simpson was that option,
okay.
and they were like, okay, well, you know, and they had one more spot, a tenth slot, and they had it given it to somebody else. And the coach, I talked to the head coach, he was like, well, he's gonna come down here, visit, and I'll let you know after. Like, so really it was a 50-50, and he didn't end up taking it. So they reached back out, and that's how I ended up going to Simpson. And of course, I don't believe everything. I believe everything happens for a reason. So
Mhm.
followed through with that process, got to visit in, met the coaches, and then after that, I was there in summer, early. I mean, I want to say like late July. We had like a mini camp, and then right after that, we moved in August 5th, and then from there on, it was just fall camp, and it was different. I mean, yeah, I was only 3 hours away from the house. It's in Redding, California. Um, It was just super hot, super hot. It was three digits every day.
Whoa.
Um, we was in the grass. I'm allergic to grass and pollen, so it's
Yeah.
it's it's bad, but it's good. It's bad, but it's good because it's a new experience. I never got the chance to sleep in a dorm, so I got a dorm. I got a roommate now and stuff like that. So it's cool. I'm on the meal plan. We get to eat. It's
Yeah.
we're doing activities and stuff like that. So I'm just in a new environment, which at the same time, that's what I was, looking for too. I didn't get to, like I said, I didn't get to go to Texas, which I really wanted to, because I was ready to already just jump off the porch and go. Because
Yeah.
it's like I've already been in a house so long, so like what I'm saying, I've been in this area for so long. It's time for something new and a different change.
Yeah, for sure.
But Simpson was it wasn't a bad school. It was a good school. Like I said, first year football program though. So off the back, we wasn't gonna be no all-star team. We just a whole
Yeah.
bunch of guys just coming together with the little bit of time that we have, hoping that we can mesh and get some wins, which we didn't. We went 0-10. I didn't play. I got injured in mini camp, like fall camp, which pushed me even further back. I'm already like trying to, make my way up the top and trying to get that going. And then I got tackled during the non-tackling period, but we know how that go. I mean, defense always gonna hit, and that's
Yep.
just it. So I got wrapped up pretty bad, ankles. I was out for like 2 weeks. We ended up playing like the number one team in number two team in NAIA, College of Idaho. Um, the first game I didn't make it because, like I said, injury, and then that whole time, um, the whole time throughout that season and that whole fall semester, I was practicing on a messed up ankle. So at the same time, I was getting treatment and stuff like that, but it really wasn't
Healing properly.
it wasn't healing properly. But at the age that I'm at, I was 26 at the time, and I'm thinking, well, I don't have that much time, so I don't have the time, the medical shirt, and you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, you
I'm
got to
thinking, like
get.
this last stop for me, I got to get my two because I have 2 years of eligibility left to get it done, and so that's what my thought process was. So that whole time I never even came back healthy. Like I wasn't able to jump for real. I wasn't, but I was getting it wrapped up. Scout team every day, giving the defense work. You know what I'm saying? Giving them a hard time, but it just wasn't enough. So,
Yeah,
um,
we,
and that was
shoot.
it. During that time too, at Simpson, like I was struggling financially and stuff like that. Was and like I
Wow.
said, school. I wasn't a school person, so I didn't do so good. And financially, it was stressing me out. And when I was over there, I came in at like 240 and
Mm-hmm.
that was solid. I was moving.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the stress and being off the ankle, it just built up over time and stuff like that. Eating, you know what I'm saying? I just became eating, picked up some weight and stuff like that. Still was in the gym working out, but I wasn't doing as much. Just stressing
Yeah.
and a
Let's check
little
out.
the seasonal depression type stuff. So and
Yeah,
that stuff
let's,
get real.
hey,
So you
let's
just
check
got
out
to
some
know
of
how
your.
to,
Let's check
huh?
out some of your clips. Let's check
Oh
out some
yeah,
of your practice clips.
yep. These some of my practice clips right here.
All right, for everybody that's watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. We got Paris Celestine Jr. This is his Simpson University highlight tape right here, and he's from California. Welcome to the Sports Shop 27. Stay with us, Paris.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Okay.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
So you right here, the running back. Okay, yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
All right. And you enjoy those plays that you had?
Yeah, most definitely. Those were scrimmage plays too. So a lot of those plays at that time, we were, it was like a competition. So
Okay.
when those plays were happening, it got the sidelines juiced up, and it was the tempo was high for real. The energy was high.
Okay.
Yes,
You're
sir.
more outside runner, or you prefer to go
Yeah, like
inside?
some of those plays right there, that was like a swing. So I just like an
Mhm.
outside. So some of these plays, like that was a screenplay right here, going up, fake spin in
Okay.
the middle. Right here, another
So
swing
you rather run
to
through a
the.
linebacker or a free safety?
I mean, I'll run through
You
both.
can't hear me.
It don't. Yeah, it don't really matter to
Hey,
me.
I say
I'll
you rather
run
run
through.
through a
Hey,
linebacker or a free safety?
I mean, it don't matter to me. Hey, whoever want
Oh,
it.
it don't matter. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it don't
All
matter.
right. Okay.
If
Yeah.
they both want it too,
Oh.
we.
Yeah, you get a combo for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got some run plays, and then we got some block plays in here too as well. Because I'm a good blocker, so I think this is one of the blocks too. Oh no,
Okay.
that's not one of the blocks. It should be coming up, but
Hey,
blocks
say,
stuff like that. So
yeah. Also, you play tight end, so you could probably catch it when you're in the running back spot. You can catch it good out the backfield.
yes, sir.
Oh yeah. So you said y'all played a whole one season. That was it.
Yeah, they still going. They have another season coming up. But I did one season and done. A lot of the JUCO guys there, they did end up transferring or just leaving. It
Okay.
just wasn't. It just wasn't it for the JUCO guys. Some of the like they got a couple of JUCO guys there, but majority of them left
Oh, okay.
because we on limited time for real. So it's not that we don't want to come in and build something and become a good program.
Mm-hmm.
We're just trying to come in with something more settled, like not settled, but they already locked in.
Yeah, most
You know what I'm
yeah
saying? So
with a foundation. Mm-hmm.
yeah, more
Yeah.
of a foundation. Like they barely had coaching staff here. Like we had a head coach. We had maybe what three to four coaches.
Wow.
we didn't even have a running back coach. Our head coach was our running back coach, but he and I'm not saying that you have to be a running back to be a running back coach, but he never played running back. He was an offensive lineman.
Wow. Yeah, that's
It was just
the
hard
coaches not a position.
learning from him because I mean I'm sure he can easily teach O line and they would get it perfectly, but as far as running backs, I don't know. He's
Mhm.
Wow.
So talk about Nelson University. You there now? You in Texas?
yep, yep.
Top five.
Waxahachie or Waxahachie, Texas. It's about
Yeah.
35 minutes out from downtown Dallas. Just moved out here January, mid January. It's been interesting. Like I said, coming out of Simpson, doing my own recruitment again. I made that little practice film. I put it on Twitter, reached out to people, and like I said, my move originally, I still wanted to get to Texas. That was where I was going, was to Texas. And so, I reached out to Texas Wesleyan, Texas College, all the NAIA is basically in Texas.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so they reached back out, and so I'm just taking that as my sign. Like whoever reaching out, whoever wants me, you know what I'm saying. That's where I'm trying to go, wherever I'm needed. You know what I'm saying. So he reached out and he was like, "Yeah, we have interest in the third back." Um, and then that was like December. We went on, yes sir. What's up? What you did?
What's up?
We went on break and we lost like contact and stuff like that. So going into the new year and stuff like that, I end up hitting him up and then. He was like, "Oh well, one of the coaches here." They were like, "Oh well, I'm sorry. Well, like I know what we said before, but we don't have no money for you right now." And I'm like, "Well," in my head, I'm like, "Well, to me, it's not about the money. Like, yeah, I know. I mean, eventually, like I'm gonna have to pay for school and stuff like that, but that's just not how I'm operating. Like I'm moving off of faith and how God told me to move. So,
Amen.
and that was where He wanted me to go. So, and that's where I came. So I came out here no scholarship, nothing on nothing, straight walk on. So
Right.
I flew out here with my bags, sat in the airport for like 4 hours. I flew out here with $180. I didn't have no money like that at all.
Yeah.
But
Use on faith.
yeah. So
Mhm.
it was a big jump for me even to come out here and it took a lot for sure. Cause at first it was just like how am I going to do that? But like I said, man, God shows up in ways that we can't even imagine. So
That's right, man.
since then, people, they've been blessing me. Random people I don't even know, been giving me money, food, clothes. So I mean, nobody can tell me that God ain't real and He ain't working. So
Oh, he working, man.
He always gonna put you in a position. You know what I'm saying? Even if it don't seem, you can't really see it, but it's gonna work all out. So I just been out here working and grinding. We had spring ball,
Yeah.
and we were doing like two a days and stuff like that. And we just got done. April 28th was our spring game,
Hmm.
and yeah, since then we've been having like little workouts and stuff like that here and there. Next month we'll go Monday through Thursdays, and this month we got 2 days a week, and yeah, and even with that, like I came out here with a plan, a vision. Oh, I
Hmm.
want to play running back. I'm trying to do this. And when I told you guys that I ended up gaining that weight when I was stressing at Simpson, I came out here 275. I'm 260 right now, still working down to get to 245 before the season start. But and they seen that, so they seen the bigger side of me, and they needed a D lineman, and so they asked me, the D line coach. He was like, "Man, well, we have a need here at D line," and of course, me, I'm like, well, nah, I don't know about D line. Like,
Running back.
I come here to play running back. Like, I could do it. Whatever
Yeah.
y'all don't see, like, I can show y'all. Like, that's my mindset. And
Hmm.
so off the back, I'm like, I gotta pray about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because God ain't really telling me right now to make the switch. And so I
Yeah.
didn't get my answer the first time when I prayed though, and I'm like, okay. A week went by, and I had prayed again. I'm like, all right, God, well, what do you want me to do? And talk to DeAndre too about it and stuff like that. So I just end up making the switch. Like I still practice and still do my running back stuff because I do believe at one point in time they might
Yeah.
need me, or even after my experience here, that I'm still gonna play running back.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, but right now I'm at D line. They got me playing edge, and so it's another adjustment. Like even the tight end situation. Never really been on defense. Like I said, I played the 2 games in high school, but that
Mm-hmm.
was it. And so now it's a new adjustment, putting the hand in the ground, going 2 point stance and stuff like that,
Swim
and just
moves.
being able to try to use my finesse and hands more too as well. So
Yeah, man, that's gotta be hard. Good stuff.
Yep. DeAndre said, "Amen."
Man, for real.
yeah,
Hey, Burrell, man, one of the guests that came on Sports Shop 27. Hope
Mm-hmm.
all is well, brother.
Oh yeah, man.
Yep. So let me ask you, man, since you have a lot of faith and you stepped out on it and it's been working for you,
Yeah.
what are you most excited about this season coming up?
uh, I don't know, man. I'm just. You said about who?
Uh,
What?
like, what are you
Yeah. What are your goals or whatnot? Like,
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I know with like even making this decision to move to D line, um, and just been grinding. Like I'm excited to get the like I'm speaking that into its existence. The football scholarship and just being a part of the program, like being a Lion, being new out here, and just being fully engulfed in that because I'm not going nowhere. This is my new home, so I got the lease signed here and stuff like that at the school. I've been getting in well with all the pastors and stuff here. This is a Christian school as well. Um, and so I just been helping out during the summer. They've been seeing my face and just being involved. So I'm ready to just be involved with everything. So I'm just trying to go 110% with the school, with the football, and I just know just doing that, good things gonna happen regardless. So
yeah, man.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but I can't tell the future. But I know if I do the right things and I'm just staying on that straight and narrow and just doing what I'm supposed to be, being who I am,
Yeah.
my authentic self, then I know good things are gonna happen.
Yeah, man. Just like you said, just make the best of the position, man, that you at
Yeah,
because I understand because me playing defensive back at Clemson, it was hard, because I'm used to being on the offense.
right,
But what I'm saying, you just never know what you might get out of this. This might take you to the league. So whatever
right,
you do, just give it 110%. Get you, get the sack record. Whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Make sure they know your last name. You know what I mean? That's the
yes,
most important thing. And
yes.
like I said, you got good mentors around you, and you got everything. You got the tools. You got everything you need, man. So
I appreciate that.
do you have a message for the youth?
Yeah, man, just keep going. DeAndre, no, that's been my motto for a while now. I've been saying keep going,
Mhm.
because no matter what, you know what I'm saying, you got to make that decision to keep going because you're the only one that's going to be able to move yourself and allow yourself to get past a certain point. And if it wasn't for me, kept going
Yeah,
during the situations, or I wouldn't even be here. There's been plenty of times that I've gave up, but I started it back. You know what I'm saying? It's just like falling down and getting back up. You can't just
sure.
sit down there forever.
Yeah,
So if you decide to keep going, only good things can happen. I mean, like I said, I'm 20. I just turned 27. It's all my friends, those guys wish they can, you know what I'm saying? I know
yeah.
they
Get the
have been doing
opportunity.
whatever they doing, but man, every time I hear it's like, man, I wish I could still be playing, or
Yeah,
I hear that more than I can even count for real. So I'm just blessed to be able to still play, be able to put the cleats on, get some
yeah,
drills and catch the ball, knock some heads, and and until you say I'm done.
yeah.
So
Most
you get
definitely.
the so I'm gonna do my 2 years here. That's the plan, and wherever God take me after that, that's what I'm rocking with.
All
So
right, man, for sure.
So, you have any shout outs before we head out?
yeah, man. First and foremost, man, shout out to God, man. He's doing big things. He's doing big things, and like I said, even if we can't see him, they on the way. So just be prepared, stay ready, keep working, keep grinding. Um, man, shout out to y'all. I appreciate the opportunity. Shout out my brother DeAndre as well for giving y'all sending me y'all way. So
Oh yeah,
uh, yeah, hey man, shout out to Nelson for taking a chance on me. And
yeah,
yeah, we gonna, I'm gonna make it do what it do.
yeah, man. Hey, keep us in the loop how things go when the
Oh
season
yeah, most
start, man.
definitely.
Hey,
Yeah.
me and Jermaine, we gonna be on the road, man. So you just never know. We can slide by.
Yes, for sure, for sure. I appreciate y'all for
Yeah.
having me.
No problem,
So,
man. We appreciate you coming on the show,
Yes,
and
most definitely.
have you back on after the season over. Okay.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. For everybody that's watching, thank you for tuning in to a new edition of the Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coates. I'd like to thank my main man, KJ, former Clemson cornerback from 99 to 02. And also today's special guest, Paris Celestine Jr.,
Yes, sir.
former running back, fullback tight end with Los Menendez, JUCO at Simpson University, and now he is Nelson University. All right. Follow him this season. You can catch him out on Instagram at Big P House.
Yes,
If I'm
sir.
mistaken.
right.
And also follow him on Facebook and all his other social media. Okay. We'd like to thank everybody for watching. Y'all know our motto: it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Until
Right,
next
man.
time,
Keep going.
Yes,
you
sir.
gotta stay blessed. All right. Peace.
Have a good one.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, keep going up.
Yes, sir.
The show, man. Thank you again.
All right, man. Y'all be blessed.
You
You
too,
too.
man. Appreciate it. Later.